Well, good morning. It is Friday, June 2nd, 2017. As you can see, I got my water on. Did my oatmeal this morning. I got apples and cinnamon oatmeal. Slept pretty well last night. Didn't want to get up this morning. Slept warm. Sam woke me up a couple of times. They have me put his blanket over. The blanket back over him. Yep, water is boiling. I'll be right back. Managed to get myself moving about 5:30 this morning. She was later than I intended because I would have missed a sunrise if we'd had one. But we didn't have a spectacular photogenic sunrise, let's put it that way. So I didn't really miss anything by staying in bed. There's just a little bit of fog out on the lake this morning, but not anything in the channel here or anything close by. So, yeah, nice morning. Don't get me wrong, it's a nice morning. It's just not the elements you need for photogenic, for photographs. So anyway, can't really think of anything else to say right now. Okay, 8:05, and we're heading out on our day trip. Water is still very calm. Okay, this explains why I occasionally hear running water from my campsite. Got a little stream flowing in here. Looks like there might be a beaver pond back in there a little ways. It looks like a good cleared area. There's a few dead stumps going up through the trees here. Looks like there's actually a path back into it, but I'm not gonna attempt that. Right over this way. Looks like there might be a path back up through there. Interesting anyway. This is the very south end of the lake. Yeah, this is a nice little campsite down at the south end of the lake. Kitchen area here. Nice pines all around here. Look at this stack of wood somebody put up. Wow. Tempted to take some of that with me. And I know some people would. Nice flat area here. You could set a tent up in here anywhere. But then there's a tent pad back here. And it's a little bit sloped. I think if I were to stay here, I'd probably put my tent up out in here somewhere. It's funny because my Fisher map actually has this campsite marked. But before I came, I looked at my Mackenzie map that I have of this area, and it shows a campsite on the other side of the lake down here, and it doesn't show this one. Well, as I was coming down the lake, I passed a campsite on the other side of the lake, and there was a couple staying there, so otherwise I would have stopped and checked that campsite out. But it's funny, the Mackenzie map has that one and not this one. The Fisher map has this one and not that one. So there are actually 4 campsites on Slim Lake, and 3 of which are taken, but this beautiful one is not. And it's right on the edge of the Boundary Waters, because something else I noticed was that when I was at the south end of the lake, I was actually outside of the Boundary Waters a little bit. So I hope I don't need another permit, because I paddled out and back into the Boundary Waters. Wasn't out very far. Anyway, I pulled up here to check it out and also give myself a break from sitting in the canoe and paddling. Sam's having a wonderful time exploring. There he goes. He loves exploring new campsites. He really does. Not much of a view of the lake from this campsite. It's pretty well screened from the water. But the campsite itself is gorgeous. This is over behind that campsite I stopped at. Nice little cove back here. You can get to this cove from the campsite pretty easily. Big old pine tree across here. Could paddle back in there, but I'm not going to. Well, tonight for supper, I'm trying something new and different. Backpacker's Pantry fettuccine alfredo with chicken. Sounds good. I don't think I've ever had Backpacker's Pantry before. Basically using this because my stores in Rochester don't have a very good selection of the Mountain House. So in order to have something different every night for 5 nights, I decided to try one of these Backpacker's Pantries. This is supposed to be a 2-person meal, so we'll see how it goes. It says 2 cups of water, which is the same as what a 2-person Mountain House does, and then let it sit for 13 minutes instead of the customary 10 for, well, 8 to 9 actually for Mountain House. I usually let it go for 10. And I see I have water boiling, so talk to you in a little bit. I got back from my tour of the southern part of the lake around about 11. I guess it was about 11 o'clock, 10:30, 11 o'clock. About that time the winds were starting to come up, and so it's been too windy to go out canoeing, too windy to do much video work. Just very, very windy. So, but sunny. Actually, temperature was supposed to be about 80 degrees today, maybe even a little bit more. But sitting in the shade with that wind coming straight off the lake, it felt chilly some of the time. It felt downright chilly. Wind chill must have been in the 60s. So it's been a pleasant day. The wind has died down now, and it is starting to feel warmer because of that. And also it seems like the humidity is going up, which is to be expected with that storm system supposed to be moving in. They're still talking about thunder showers after midnight tonight. 70% chance. And we have a marginal risk, whatever that means, of having severe storms, which would include high winds, hail, and heavy rain. We'll see what happens. Tomorrow is they've kind of backed off on the rain chances for tomorrow now, but it's still supposed to be a good chance of rain, and a slight chance of severe thunder showers tomorrow. Then I guess tomorrow night it's supposed to clear up, but then Sunday it's supposed to cloud back over again, something like that. And then there's supposed to be a 40% chance of rain on Sunday now. But Monday's still sounding good, so going to stay here and weather the storms and see what happens. I think I mentioned earlier, not sure if I did or not, that among the things I got at Gander Mountain was new rain gear. So if it rains sometime during this trip, during the day, I'll be able to test that out and make sure it works okay. So anyway, as you saw, I am just about ready to have supper. Gotta wait another 5 minutes or so, and see what this fettuccine tastes like. And yeah, After that, I'm just going to kind of chill out here like I have been the last couple of evenings, and probably go to bed about 8:30, 9 o'clock-ish, or earlier if the bugs drive me too insane. Yeah, not much else to report. So, another nice day in paradise. Well, I can tell you, it was good, but it isn't going to be replacing my stroganoff anytime soon. The shape of the package, I wasn't able to get the spoon inside. I had a hard time stirring this. I don't know if my spoon wasn't long enough or what the story was, but just a hard time getting it stirred. So that meant that some bits were still kind of crunchy. Flavor was good. I thought the sauce was a little bit, well, the sauce was a little bit heavy for my taste, for my liking. Maybe if I'd added a little bit more water to it, it might have been okay. But boy, I sure feel full now. I did give Sam a couple of spoons full, and he definitely polished it off okay. So he definitely likes it. Might buy it again if it comes to needing to have some variety, but mostly I think I'm going to stick to my mountain house where possible. So that's my review of Backpacker's Pantry Fettuccine Alfredo with chicken. Well, it's coming up on 6:30 now. It doesn't look like we're going to have much of anything interesting at sunset tonight. Once again, hardly a cloud in the sky. Which is good. But you need the clouds to give you some color. And we don't have them. Wind keeps gusting a little bit, although it's mostly calmed down now. If it was a bit calmer, I'd be tempted to go out in the canoe for a little while, but I don't know. I told you earlier that other than the people camped at the south end that I came across on my tour this morning, I haven't seen another person all day. Now, last night or I should say yesterday afternoon and evening, that couple that's camped to the north of me came down a couple of times fishing outside or in front of my campsite. I haven't seen them at all today. I talked to them briefly when I was on my way back from my day trip yesterday, and they said they were planning on staying until Saturday, so like I said, I haven't seen them today. They haven't gone up that direction at all, and they obviously haven't come down this direction at all. Or if they did, it was while I was napping, which could have been. But anyway, tonight, before I go to bed, I gotta make sure everything's well battened down and ready for the big storm that's supposed to come tonight. So, no sooner did I finish that other clip, but they appeared around the end of my island, and so I can no longer say what I said before. Well, I decided to go out for an evening paddle. Calmed down quite a bit. The way the weather forecast is sounding, I'm not sure how much of a chance I'm going to get to paddle the next couple of days. Just gotta keep an eye on the skies. Rain's not really supposed to start till after midnight, but you never quite know. There's a stream entering over here somewhere. I can hear it. I can see it too. Don't know if you can see it or not. Another big one. So this is the northernmost part of the lake. Well, we're back at camp now. I'm not sure what time it is. A little bit short of 9 o'clock. Stopped when we came back down the lake. Those people were back at their campsite. It turns out to be a father-daughter type of thing. She's a junior in college. And they live in Rochester. So we're neighbors at home and we're neighbors up here. Well, not quite sure how close the probably closer neighbors up here than we are down there, but still. Small world. So if you're watching this video, hello. It was good chatting with you. Anyway, we're back at camp now. I don't know. I'm going to shut up for a minute and not sure if the camera is picking up the Canadian Air Force or not. The mosquitoes are really humming tonight. Birds are singing. Really a nice evening. And even though I can hear all that humming back in the woods, the bugs aren't really bothering as much at all out here. Okay, a little bit, but not much. Of course, again, I've got, I treated my clothes before I came in, and I put some, bug dope on just now, some of the eucalyptus stuff. So, that's keeping them mostly at bay. So anyway, it's been a nice evening, and if I don't think of something else to say before I go to bed, then good night. See you on trail. Davy walks out.